do we have, Brian? Who else do you see on there?
I see Corey from Washington, Richard from Santa Fe, Bastian from Germany, Charlie from Mexico. Lots of people on here.
Awesome. All right, guys. We're going to bring you guys some amazing value here. Let's get it started. Now, what can you expect in this webinar? All right. We're going to show you actionable keyword research strategies that you can implement today, whether you have a brand new product or a mature listing. Now, I'm going to be using, of course, Helium 10 throughout this webinar. However, these are strategies and techniques and principles that you guys can use no matter what you're using, or if you're not using a tool, or if you're using another tool. I don't know why you would be, but just in case you are, you're still going to be able to take something out of today's workshop here. There's going to be no fluff, no bull. All right. There's two sources of BS that you're going to get today. You know what those two sources are? That's just me. My name is Bradley Sutton. My initials are BS. And Brian, how do you say your last name again, Brian?
Suvana-san.
Suvana-san. That's another BS right there. Other than those two BSs, that's the only BS you're going to get today. All right. We're not going to show you manufactured metrics or confusing data points. We're not going to be trying a whole bunch of upselling or anything. But do stay tuned until the end. We're going to have a bonus hack for you. All right. We're also going to email you a webinar replay within 24 to 48 hours after the webinar. I know that's a question we get a lot. Like, where can I see the replay? I want to replay this, and I didn't take enough notes. I was driving. Yeah, guys, if you're driving, please do not have a notepad out and taking notes, even though you're probably going to want to, because the value is going to be so great. But please just go ahead and listen, and don't worry about that. We're going to send you the replay later. And at the very end, we're going to have an irresistible offer to purchase Helium 10. But my only goal today is to bring value. And this is an offer that we've never done before. All right. So those of you who are not Helium 10 members, make sure to stay to the end for that special offer. So what's the question now? Why are keywords so important? All right. Why is it so important? Well, what they are is they're signs that point customers to your business. If you don't have a keyword in your listing, and if people want to search for that keyword to find a product like yours, they could search for it 1,000,000 times and your product is never going to show up because you don't have it in your listing. Keywords are so important. So today, here's what you're going to learn. The first thing we're going to talk about is fake news that we see in keyword research. How to do keyword research in 2019. Where to put your keywords in your listing. That's a question we get a lot. The truth about relevancy and what kind of relevancy is the most important. And we're also going to go over one shortcut to master keyword research in other marketplaces and much more. Plus, there's going to be one bonus hack. All right. So do you guys want the slides now? We're going to if you want to get the slides right after the webinar is over, this is how you're going to do it. We're going to do this right now because we're going to be moving on in about 30 seconds. So take out your phone. Unless you're on your phone right now, you're not going to be able to do this. If you're watching this on a desktop or laptop computer, take out your phone and open up your Messenger app. All right. Now, what you're going to want to tap on is the contacts icon at the bottom, as you see in this first image. Contacts icon. You see that at the bottom middle right there? And then you're going to tap on the scan code icon at the top left, as you can see in image 2 on the right-hand side there. You guys see that? All right. Now, have you done this yet? I'm about to show the messenger code right now. Are you guys ready? Brian, are they ready? Anybody saying they're ready? Guys, by the way, the way that you got those, if you don't know how people are communicating with Brian and I, there's a question box. I believe it might be on the bottom right of your screen, depending on where it's at. And that's where you can communicate with Brian or me. So Doug is not ready yet. Kevin is ready. And let's see. Steven says yes. Hardeep says yes. Doug says yes. All right, let's go ahead and do it. All right, here it comes. There it is. All right, so I'm just going to leave this here for 10 seconds. So scan it with Messenger. I'm going to go back to the previous screen again for instructions one more time, just in case, some of you who are slow like me, it takes me forever to do these things. You guys might not be ready for it, so I'm going to go back to the other screen just to show it to you again. All right, here it is again. Open up your Messenger app again. Tap the contacts icon at the bottom, as you see in the first image. Tap the scan code at the top left on image 2. All right. So those of you who didn't do that the first time, let me go back now to the messenger code so you can take a snapshot of it. Here we go. All right, here. All right, so I'm going to leave this here for 10 seconds. Scan it with Messenger. Now, when you scan this with Messenger, it's going to direct you to a place where you can download the slides when the webinar is over. So just a few more seconds, and we're going to move on.
Also, Bradley, I just want to mention, if you can't find the directions that Bradley put up there, you can also click on the camera button in the Messenger app and then just hold it in front of the barcode and then hold down your finger.
Okay, there you go. Brian is our technical wizard here, so he knows much more about this stuff than me. So did you guys get that, what Brian just said? I see a question here from Yehuda. What app is this? This is the Messenger app. Facebook Messenger
the Facebook Messenger app. You're going to have to download it in the App Store.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger app. All right, so it worked for Bastian. All right, awesome. Amber got it. Peter doesn't have it yet. Robert's got it. Anthony's got it. All right, guys, this is awesome. Let's go. All right, so here we go. Now, what I want you guys to do now, if you didn't get it, don't worry. We'll be able to, you'll be able to get this later on, on the replay. Remember, you're going to get a replay, so don't stress out if you didn't get it. What I want you to do now, if you didn't do it yet, put your phones away, unless you're listening to this on your phone, and put it in do not disturb mode, because I really want you guys to focus on this amazing content we're about to deliver. Here we go. All right, so for the first question is who's talking here? Usually you got Manny Coates here. My name is Bradley Sutton. I'm the success manager here at Helium 10. I've been involved in e-commerce since 1998. I used to be a consultant for Amazon sellers, and as part of that, I created and launched over 400 products in a couple of years. I'm a speaker at events and conferences. Last one I just did was at the ASGTG show in Brooklyn. Some of you guys here I recognize on the names who are here in the room with us were there, so I'm glad you guys are back with me. You guys didn't get tired of me yet. I'm the Helium 10 lead trainer. I do a lot of videos. That's probably, if you've heard of me, it's probably because of the videos, either the pro training or the AMAs that we do. These are viewed over 150,000 times monthly, and I'm host of the brand new Serious Sellers podcast. Brian, if they've never heard of the Serious Sellers podcast, what are some of the places where they can get tied into that?
You can download Serious Sellers podcast on iTunes, on Google Play Podcasts, on Spotify.
Look, Ma, I'm on Spotify now. I made it. All right, guys. So make sure to do that. Definitely check out the first, I think we have 6 episodes now, value packed with some amazing guest speakers. Make sure to check out the Serious Sellers podcast to get some even greater tips that can help you in your business. But speaking of tips, that's what we're going to go over today. All right. But a little bit more about Bradley. What is this? All right. All right. So now I'm the kind of guy who gets obsessed about things. Now, keywords is my obsession. All right. But before it was Zumba Fitness. That's what this picture is. It's a YouTube screenshot here. I actually created a YouTube channel for Zumba Fitness routines and it had over 30 million views. All right. Here's one of the K-pop videos I did. It had over 1 million. So when I get obsessed about something, I just go all in. All right. Before Zumba, my passion was sumo wrestling. All right. I peaked at number 3 nationally. They did an episode about me, even in MTV True Life. And there's me on the right. That's actually not Jeff Bezos that I'm wrestling. If in case you recognize, that's actually Kevin King. No, I'm just playing, guys. That's actually my buddy Packy from Georgia. That was an event I did in New Mexico. But again, I have a weird background, but my point is when I get obsessed about something, I go all in. And right now I'm all about keywords. All right. Now, before I get started, I want to make one thing clear about this training. Now, this training webinar is a value-first training about Amazon keyword research. But if you're still not on the platinum or diamond plans yet, with Helium 10, don't worry. There's going to be a great offer at the end. I'm not going to be putting it throughout the whole episode here. I haven't even said what the offer is yet, where you're going to have a chance to join Helium 10 at a price we have not offered before. Now, above all, though, my one goal for today is to simplify keyword research for you so that you can create listings that attract buyers. I'm going to show you guys a complete strategy I've never shown before. I haven't shown this complete strategy in an AMA episode or a workshop. So by the end of this workshop, you guys are going to be prepared more than ever to do keyword research without confusion and with clarity. You're going to be an expert in keyword research, even more than I was. a year ago when I was being paid thousands of dollars to do keyword research as a consultant. You guys are going to have an advantage over the 2017 Bradley after this webinar. All right, so let's get into it. If you're ready, type in yes in the chat box. Who's ready? Z, are you ready? Zohar, are you ready? Who's ready? All right, look at all these yeses. Let's do this. Steven says yes. Rory says yes. Hal says yes. Let's do it. All right. We've got a lot of people in here, and they're ready to get going. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, fake news. Why now for a webinar? Now, frankly, I'm fed up with fake news out there. Funny story, quick side story here. You'll notice that sometimes I get sidetracked. That's just me. All right. Now, how did I land on the radar of Helium-10 before I got hired? All right. I've only been working for Helium-10 since July of last year. What would happen was I would get super pissed off when I would see fake news spread about keyword giveaway launches on the Facebook groups. Like in Helium-10 users group, I was a member because, when I was a consultant, I actually used Helium-10 as my software suite. And so what I would do is I would go on these, the Facebook groups that I would see these misleading posts, and I would go in depth ripping these fake news guys new ones, right? And then Manny Coates and Guy were like, who is this guy? Who's this guy? Now the rest is history. That's how they found me. But again, what I'm seeing lately is so much nonsense out there and misinformation about keyword research, and it pisses me off because it's one thing if somebody just says something, right, and nobody believes it, but I see people like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, man, I'm going to change my strategy because of this. And it's completely basing it off of wrong information. And I'm like, I can't let that stand, all right? I got to do something about it, okay? So first, fake news, all right? Amazon relevancy is an all-important metric that trumps all others, all right? There's no pun intended here by saying fake news and trumps all others. I just noticed that right now, but I didn't mean that, all right? But you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? Now, here's one thing, though. Being relevant to Amazon is important. You're never going to catch me saying, it's not important. It's not important to be relevant to Amazon at all. Of course it's important. Why? Well, number one, indexing, all right? If Amazon does not think that you are relevant to a product or to a category, it doesn't matter if you have that keyword in your listing. Guess what? They're not going to index you. And it's almost as if you didn't have that keyword in your listing in the first place, all right? What else? PPC impressions, all right? If Amazon doesn't think you're relevant, all right, it's just going to be harder for you to get those PPC impressions. Now, in 2018, Amazon was showing different data points related to relevance, all right? Now, what these were exactly used for was never confirmed, but what you would see people brainwashed that this was some all-important metric that could mean getting to page 1 or not, or that it was for this, or that it was for that. Now, Helium-10, as you notice, never included it in the tool because we didn't find use for it. We didn't want to mislead customers and tell them it was something that it wasn't, all right? Now, there's companies who actually used relevancy last year and still use a different form of relevancy, and I actually have respect for them because they're upfront and they don't try and paint it as something that it's not, all right? They're not trying to say, oh, yeah, this is some all-important metric. They're like, hey, this is a relevancy score for Amazon. Do with it as you want, all right? So I'm not trying to call out those people, just say, hey, anybody who uses relevancy is bad. No, I'm not trying to say that at all. All right, let's give some examples, all right? Here is a product that I had worked on a while back. This is a facial toner, all right? This is like a beauty product. Do you use facial toners, Brian? Is that why you have such smooth skin? Yes, you do? No?
No.
All right, he just has naturally smooth skin, okay? So anyways, I'm sure there's people, I don't use facial toners. That's why you guys probably see in the AMAs, my skin is terrible, all right? So this is a water-based Korean beauty product, all right? So let's take a look here. Here's some keywords here on the left, all right? So this is an interactive webinar, guys. Now, on the left, you see some keywords. Printer toner cartridge. Here's a keyword phrase, that lightly soothes. I don't even know what that is, but pH of water, all right? There's the keyword phrase there. How about this? Clinique dramatically different moisturizing gel. And then we got also water-based moisturizer, skin moisturizer. All right, now start throwing some examples out to Brian. Brian's checking these questions. What kind of score do you think pH of water has? What kind of relevant score did Amazon? Again, I'm not talking about tool here. This is Amazon. What kind of Amazon relevancy score did Amazon give to pH of water? First of all, what kind of numbers you see there, Brian?
I'm seeing some people put 0, -1.
I like that, -1.
Someone here just put low.
Low, all right. Now, what about this? What about skin moisturizer? All right, probably a little bit better. Some of you guys who voted 0 for the other one. Skin moisturizer. What kind of relevancy score do you think Amazon gave to that one? I see Amber says 3. We've got Casey saying 7.5. Jacob says 75%. All right, here we go. Let me show you what Amazon's score is for these keywords. Look at that, guys. Printer toner cartridge is 100% relevant to this listing according to Amazon. Water-based moisturizer is 0% relevant. All right. Now think about it, guys. If you go by what the fake news people were saying, then you need to concentrate on those 100% words, because being relevant to Amazon is all important. So if you get to page 1 for those words, though, what good does that do to you? All right. What good is that if you get to page 1 for printer toner cartridge? Now, will a buyer who is looking for a printer toner cartridge buy this facial product on page 1 since it's relevant to Amazon? No, but what about, would they buy it if they found it on a water-based moisturizer search? I bet they probably would do that, right? Now, don't you wish there was a tool and company out there that doesn't give you fake marketing like this and try to say that something is super, super important above all and is always correct when it's not? That's Helium-10, guys. That's what we need. All right, let's keep going. Here's another example, all right? Any guesses as to relevancy here? Here's a screen protector. Now, let us know. Let me guys give you an example. What do you think the relevancy score for iPhone XR tempered glass is for this keyword? Give us some numbers. What do you see? What did Amber say there, Brian?
I see Amber says 100. Yvonne says 50. Yehuda says 100. There's a lot of numbers.
Okay, a lot of hundreds. All right. Okay, good. What about Batman? This might be a little trick question here, but I'm using some reverse psychology on you guys here. What kind of relevancy you see Batman? 0. Okay, so guess what? You're right. Here we go. Batman, 0%. Okay, Amazon algorithm makes sense. Now you might think, oh, look at this. iPhone XR tempered glass, 98%. Amazon got it right. But guys, who can catch what's wrong here? Who can catch what's wrong? Why is this absolutely terrible that Amazon says XR tempered glass is 98% relevant to this listing? Who can catch it? I think Robert got it there, right, Brian? What did he say? Or yeah, everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it. What's the answer, Brian? What kind of phone is this product for?
It's for an XS Max iPhone.
XS Max. Actually, what you have right there, right?
Yeah, that is what I have.
So Brian has an XS Max, and I just bought yesterday, or actually, yeah, last night, iPhone XR. So here, Brian, let's get your phone out here. Now, Brian, is my phone the same size as yours? No, your phone is way bigger than mine. Is there any way that a screen protector for this is going to fit perfectly on your phone?
No.
No. So do you guys see what happened there? According to Amazon, iPhone XR screen protector and iPhone 6, it's even worse, is 100% almost relevant to this product. But is it? No. Imagine if somebody searched for iPhone XR screen protector and they saw this product and they bought it. What's going to happen? Let us know what's going to happen if they buy this product, they get it. That's a return. Yep, I see people saying that. That's a return, right? It's not going to fit. All right. So again, this is why you have to be careful sometimes when you use certain things, even if it's from Amazon. You've got to understand the context here. All right. Now, fake news number 2. What I call insert tool score here. So that means any random tool score, now we're not talking about Amazon anymore, determines keyword value. All right. Now, a lot of us sellers are in Facebook groups and masterminds, right? And it's in these places where you need to be mindful of the information you choose to believe. Now, I've seen some crazy things be said, and I'm sure you guys have too. So that brings me to this next tip that, how relevancy was from Amazon, right? Well, we talked about before, relevancy was from Amazon, but now the trend is to say that random tool scores is what you should be using as a determining factor for keyword value. Is that accurate or not? Here's my take on this, all right? Scores from algorithms or tools should be viewed as visual representations of metrics. What do I mean there? All right. Here's an example. Here's a Helium-10. All right. Helium-10 has scores. Okay. Now here is Cerebro IQ score. Guys, Cerebro IQ score does not mean if a keyword is good or bad. It's just a visual representation All right. What is it a visual representation of? All right. This is a visual representation. Can you guys see, like, can people see my mouse if I'm pointing to something or no? I don't know. Can you guys see my mouse? I don't think you guys can.
Yeah, we can see your mouse.
Oh, you can? Okay. So you guys see here? Competing products. All right. The reason why this has a high score is just the relationship between the number of competing products compared to the search volume. All right. The reason why this has a low score or low number is, again, there's way more competing products compared to search volume. Is helium-10 saying that Thayer's witch hazel is a good keyword and facial cream is a bad keyword? No. Actually, I like facial cream better because Thayer's witch hazel actually has a brand name in it. All right. So again, this is just a visual representation of what certain metrics are, so that I don't have to go line by line here and do the calculation of how many competing products compared to the search volume. All right. Beware of when you hear this metric or score is from Amazon. This also has to do with our fake news number 2. Right? I mean, and I say quote unquote from Amazon. Here's the same example here. This is helium-10, right? I could say that Cerebro IQ score is from Amazon, right? Since it's competing products, I'm taking the number of competing products, right? That's actually, technically from Amazon. And technically, I wouldn't be lying. But always ask yourself, if somebody tells you that, where is that data coming from? When they say, oh, this is from Amazon. Somebody can say, yeah, this is a list of keywords from Amazon, but how from Amazon? In what context? I can have a tool that scrapes random keywords from titles in random searches. And I can say, hey, here's a list of keywords from Amazon. But who cares? How is that useful? Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Let me know if you guys are jiving with me. Do you guys see the danger in just saying, oh, yeah, this is from Amazon, so it's good? Let me know. We're going to get to a lot of these questions at the end as well. Like, for example, somebody said, what is the max IQ score? A couple people said there's echo. People said here, echo. I'm going to pull away from Brian here. Brian actually has some bad breath anyway, so I'm gonna pull aside. I'm just playing. All right, it's me. All right, let's keep going. Everybody gets me so far. Let's keep going. Here we go. The data is not always based on what you think it is. This is very important. Okay, so we're still talking about fake news here. Let's have a case study right here. There's two products here. We're gonna call one product A and product B. All right. Now, these are both joint support products. It's the same category. Neither are turmeric. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. They're not turmeric. It's just a joint support product. Now, there's a tool out there that scores keywords for a product. Now, based on the above, okay, what do you think the scores are going to be? You think that maybe the joint keywords probably should be the same? Like joint supplements for men? I mean, these are identical products, right? Should probably be the same, right? And then maybe what? iPhone XR. Okay, so if you were going to rate this on a score of 0 to 100, what score do you think these should get for joint supplements for men? Let's see some interaction here. What do you guys think? 90, 100. Okay, that's pretty accurate. What I would have said as well. Now, what do you guys think for a joint support product? iPhone XR phone. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so excited about my iPhone XR. I've been using an iPhone 7 forever. That's why I'm using a lot of these keywords. That's why I use this for my test. All right. So what kind of score do you think iPhone XR phone case is going to get? What scores did this tool give? Now, I'm completely changing the scores here. And you'll never see me call out somebody by name, either good or bad. I'm not going to praise another tool or throw another tool under the bus by name, because that's just not how I do things. 0. All right. Here we go. Survey says, look at this. These are identical products in the same category. Now, the only thing that the same is here is somehow they both give a pretty good score to iPhone XR phone case, as if that means anything. This is ridiculous, guys. This is the kind of information that people are eating up. This is a tool that is giving this score a 50 for iPhone XR phone case, but joint supplements for men somehow is a 50 on one product and a 10 in the other. 10 out of 100. This is ridiculous, guys. This gets my blood boiling, all right? Now, maybe you're wondering what kind of scores an actual iPhone XR phone case gets in the same exact scenario compared to these other products, all right? So here we go. Product C now. We know what score the tool gave it for iPhone or for product A and product B, which are joint support products. Now, here's an actual iPhone XR case. So any guesses? Let's go. Here we go. Look at this. Somehow, an iPhone XR phone case keyword gets the same score for a phone case as it does a joint support supplement. And take a look at these other scores. Glucosamine gets a 40. And iPhone XR phone case gets a 50. And this is for in the iPhone XR case category. Are you disgusted yet? And there's a lot of people out there drinking this Kool-Aid that these scores are so important for their listings. You guys see why I'm making this webinar? This is the kind of stuff that is out there right now. Another example. Data is not always based on what you think it is. Here's another. I took those same two products. This is a different tool now. I took those same two products, all right? The two joint support products, all right? Now, instead of numbers, it's like a status, I guess you could say, if you were. Now, for 5 different keywords, here are the status scores that this other tool gives them for the listing, all right? It goes like bad or medium or great, all right? Now, based on the above, where do you think that these products rank organically for these keywords that have these scores? So here's a product that for one keyword has a medium score. Like, so where do you think they're ranking organically? You know, like, do you think they're on page 1? Do you think they're on page 10? You know, now here's a product where it got great scores for every single keyword. By the way, this is all the same keywords. What rank do you think they have? Let me see. Yehuda says page 5. Excel says page 3. Robert says the ones that are great should be at the top of the page. All right, very good. You guessed the same as me. But what does the tool say? Look at this. Yep, the one on the left, this is a product, guys, that makes $250,000 a month. Yet these scores would make you think that their listings suck for these keywords, right? Yet look at this. They're on the top of page 1. This is the organic rank, all on page 1 for these keywords, all right? Now, you think the product on the right here is killing it, right? No. It makes $250 a month. This one makes $250,000 a month. This one makes $250 a month, despite this great tool score, right? Again, the data is not based on what you think it is. These scores here, they're being marketed as being tied to your listing. Like, oh yeah, this is based on your listing. But in actuality, these are just keyword tools that you give them a keyword and they're basing this score off of the keyword that you give them. That's why you can have such a wide variety here. So again, fake marketing, guys, it's killing you guys out there who are just drinking. You're not eating the Kool-Aid. You're drinking up the Kool-Aid. All right, guys, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Number 4, guys, turn your BS meter on. Turn your BS meter on. Now, here's a screenshot. Again, I've said it before, my initials are BS, but you're not going to get BS from me. Now, this is a recent exchange in our Facebook group. All right. Donna, I don't know if you're on here. Donna, if you're listening today, let us know if you're on here. All right. I'm assuming it was okay to post your screenshot because you posted it in public in our group. All right. Now, she said she's asking about our newer metric from the Amazon recommended score. You guys see that here? Hey, I've been taking a look at the Amazon recommended column. I see I'm not ranking for Amazon recommend, but I'm at the top of page 1 organically for that keyword. Any insight on how to get ranked for the Amazon recommends? Now, as you can see from my reply here, I told Donna straight up, hey, if you're ranking for organically near the top and you're converting for it, you're good to go. You shouldn't worry if Amazon's algorithm thinks that the keyword is important to recommend or not. All right. Buyers obviously do already, and that's what's important. So that's the kind of thing that if you see anybody who's helping other people in Facebook groups, this is what you should expect. All right, guys. All right. Now, what shouldn't you expect? All right. Now, here is, compare this. There's a screenshot that somebody sent me a few weeks ago, a screenshot of a conversation in another group. All right. Now, I'm paraphrasing it. I'm not including any original names, or anything. Now, I was shown this by someone else and they said, here's what the user asked. All right. Very similar to what I was asked. They said, hey, even though I'm not at the top of page 1 on my keyword score in your tool is medium. All right. Now, here's the question. How did they reply? How do you think the guru or the tool maker replied? All right. Do you think that A, they said, well, if you're already getting sales for that keyword and are at the top of search, don't worry about our score for it. Or B, that's a great question. Make sure to check out our blog about how you can improve that very important score. Or C, you should probably be using Helium-10 instead of us. What do you think A, B, or C? What do you think they said? All right. Did we get any C's, Brian? Did anybody say C?
No, not right now.
Nobody say C. Come on, guys. You really, I think C would have been a correct answer. Guess what, guys? A or C would have been good answers. But of course, their answer was a form of B. I'm telling you guys, this makes my blood boil. Don't you think that you should be able to trust tool companies and influencers and gurus in the field? Shouldn't that be something we expect? Yvonne thinks so. All right. Leslie doesn't think so. Leslie, I guess Leslie's used to it. Leslie expects the BS, right? Leslie, is that what you're saying? All right. Yuri says hi. How's it going, Yuri? All right. Let's keep going here. Now, fake news number 3. Search volume is the most important factor. All right. Now, this is not from tools, but rather just other sellers I see posting things like this. Okay. This is what they're posting. All right. So let's take an example of this marshmallow skewer thing. All right. Let's say this is your product. Now, here we use a couple keywords. Camping has 131,000 search volume, and the other one only 13,000. Now, which is the better keyword? What do you guys think? Camping or marshmallow roasting sticks? All right. Let's take a deep dive into this. Now, look, I hope this works. I did a screen share here. Look at the results of a search for camping. Now, what do you notice? There's only one kind of product like yours on there. That means that most people, there it is right there, that means that most people who search for camping and buy something are not buying that. Whoa, what is this? I don't know what's going on there. That's what people are buying. Let's get to the next one here. All right. Now let's go to, hold on. There we go. Let's compare it to this keyword. All right. Marshmallow roasting sticks. Now, what do you notice is the difference here? Most of the page 1 results all look like your product. You see that there? So a good portion of the sales that come from this search are for products similar to yours, because Amazon is going to show people the products that buyer behavior shows that they're most likely to interact with or purchase. All right. So what can we take from this? Which is the better keyword and why? Camping with 130,000 searches, or marshmallow roasting sticks, 13,000 searches. Now, here's the thing. We don't know the conversion of sales on a keyword, but we do know that not many sales for the camping keyword would result in a sale of a product similar to yours. We can see that clearly. Now, wouldn't you like to be able to use a tool that helps you to find buyer relevant keywords like this? Is that what you guys want? Don't you think that's helpful? All right, so there's the fake news. Now, what's the real news? Here's the first thing I want to go over today, where the keyword emphasis should be. Let's talk about the listing itself. Now, these slides are similar to what you just saw in the Helium 10 Elite webinar, but I took out some of them that don't have to do with keywords. Now, the order of importance you're going to see here has been tested by many over the last year, including myself, and I wrote about some of these tests in a recent blog on Helium 10 about keyword launches, all right? So, number 1 is the title. All right, that's where the emphasis, the biggest, the most important part of where you can put the keywords. Number 2, subject matter. What is subject matter? All right, subject matter is right here. It's in the back end keywords in the same tab as where your search terms are. But guess what? It's not in Europe. I know we got a lot of people. How many people from Europe today? If you're on the call from Europe, give us a shout out. Brian, we got anybody from Europe today?
Yeah, seeing Laura, Didi, Martin, Miguel.
South Africa. South Africa has got to be my most favorite accent in the world. People from South Africa. I love it. All right. So you guys don't have access to subject matter. Actually, not even all categories in the U.S. have subject matter. I believe clothing doesn't have subject matter, but health and fitness, is it? Health and household, I mean. Beauty category, they have it. All right. So that's what it looks like if you do have it. Next one is the search terms. Okay. That's down there at the very bottom. All right. What else? Bullet points. Bullet points is where also very important. Okay, that makes sense. Some of you guys might have thought that bullet points would go higher, but in my test, subject matter actually is more important than bullet points. And then lastly, the description. All right, let's talk about keyword relevancy a little bit. Okay, we talked about a little bit about keyword relevancy according to Amazon, but what is more important than being relevant to Amazon? What do you guys think? What is more important? Being relevant to the buyer. You guys got it right. Yes, being relevant to the buyer. they're the ones who's going to decide to pay you or not. All right. You know, Jeff is not looking to give you guys money. You know, Amazon does cut you the check, but they're not trying to buy your product for retail price. All right. The buyers or the customers are the ones who search for a product and make a decision to give us their money. All right. It's the buyers or the customers, not Amazon. So we need to be relevant to the buyers. All right. Does that make sense? How do we know what is relevant to buyers? How do we know? It's not a magic tool score, guys. It's not click a button and let's get a list of keywords. No. The first thing, old-fashioned common sense. Too many times we're being conditioned that we should want to be able to push a button and have a tool do the research for us. Like at the click of a button, we're going to find the most relevant keywords. Automation over common sense. Nope. Try again. All right, here we go. Let's say your product is an iPhone or a phone case with a slot for a credit card. Once again, I'm going to an XR case right here. All right. So let's say this is your product. All right. Now, is iPhone XR case for girls relevant? What do you guys think? Is iPhone XR case for girls relevant? Look here. This is a search. I see Nope says, Rich. All right. So a lot of people are saying yes. Guys, guess why it's not the most relevant or not even one of the most relevant keywords? Why? Look at what is on page 1. This is a search for iPhone case for girls. Do you see any product? Let me go back to this one. Do you see any product that looks similar in function or feel to my product or your product, which we can call it? Do you see anything here? No, exactly not. People who are searching for iPhone phone case for girls are buying products that look like this. You can see some like themes here, like there's some glitter here, like clear cases. I don't see anything about credit cards. You know, I see some flowers here. All right. So organically, this is what is working for people. Now, I'm not saying, hey, do not put iPhone XR case for girls. I'm talking about how are we finding the most relevant keywords. All right. Now let's compare this. This might make it a little bit more clear. All right. What about iPhone XR case with card holder? Now, this one is opposite as the last one. Every single one here that is organically ranked, or actually even the sponsored ads, even the sponsored ads on here, they are similar in form and function to your product. Now, guess what, guys? No tool, not even Helium 10, can do this check for you. You have to do this with your own eyes. All right? Don't be lazy when it comes to your business and expect to just click a button and be able to get this idea. How would you have known this? That people are more likely to buy a product that looks like yours, iPhone XR case with card holder, right? You guys get that? I want to pause right here because I got to make sure that you guys understand this. Do you guys understand the last 3 sides and the difference between, let me go again, the difference between iPhone XR phone case for girls and what you see here organically compared to this search? All right, Jeremy doesn't understand here. All right, so Tess understands. Niv understands. All right, so Jeremy, what this is here is Amazon wants to show the products that gives them the best chance to make the sale. All right, because the only way Amazon gets paid, whether it's sponsored ads or whether it's organic searches, is if somebody clicks on the item and buys it. Right? Otherwise, Amazon doesn't get their 15%. So they are going to show customers the products in really nice search results position, like on page 1, that has the best buyer interaction. It's not just the organic sales. No, I mean, it's how many people add it to cart or how many people hover over the page or how long somebody stays on the page when they click on it. There's tons of features. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is organic conversions because that's what Amazon wants. That's the only way Amazon is going to get paid. So they're showing you at the top of the searches products that give them the best chance of the sale based on their history. And so here, the kind of product that gives Amazon the best chance for a sale for iPhone XR phone case for girls are products that look like this. And you see this theme here. Now, the one that's for XR case with card holder looks like this. And guess what? So which one is more relevant for you? It's iPhone XR case with card holder. And again, my point of this is you cannot get this from an automated tool, not even Helium-10. I mean, maybe like in 10 years, there might be some amazing algorithm that can actually examine pictures and tell if there's a card holder or not. I don't know. Maybe something like that exists right now, but not in the Amazon space. All right. So, what competition, existing demand? Now, that's the name of the game on Amazon. All right. So the question is, what are my top selling direct competitors performing well for? This is the name of the game. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You don't have to guess as to what keywords are important to you or your competitors. If you can find a very similar product to yours that is doing well, look where they might be getting their sales from. That's probably where you need to get your sales from as well. Now, common mistake, all right? Basing your research on only one top-selling competitor, all right? Now, what if you had a spicy vegan chip product, all right? Shiitake mushroom chips. This was your product, all right? Now, what you might do, I see a product selling like $6,000 a month, all right? So I'm checking top-selling spicy vegan chips, all right? And I'm looking here, wow, here is a spicy vegan chip that's selling $6,000 a month. So I'm like, dang, this guy's doing it right. I'm going to make sure I rank for all of his keywords. So I use Helium-10 to check what words they're organically ranking high for. So I use Cerebro, okay? And I'm like, Pedo's World Edible. That sounds like a cool keyword. You know, he's on, look at this, page 1, position 1. All right, he's getting sales from it. You know, search for average, you know, maybe 500 to 1,000 times a month. Oh man, I need to do some heavy PPC on this keyword, or I need to do a launch on this keyword so I can get on page 1 and I can get some sales from this keyword too. All right, that's what sometimes you might think. This is a little bit of an exaggeration, but you guys can see my drift here. Now, you spend some money to rank to page 1 for that keyword, but no sales. And Nick Young says, huh? Well, why didn't I get sales? This is an important keyword for my top competitor. Why didn't I get sales? We have a question here. What does PPC stand for? All right, that's pay per click. PPC is advertising on Amazon. So you can pay Amazon. They show your product, right? And you only pay them if somebody clicks on your advertisement, right? So you spend some money on that PPC and you're on page 1 for that keyword and you get no sales. And you're like, huh? What happened? All right. Well, maybe after doing some research, you find that that keyword is only relevant to that product only because it was a catchphrase from like a Dr. Oz promotion that they did on their show or on their website, you know, like we see here. So you just spent all that money on a keyword that you thought was super important. So how do you avoid this kind of mistake? How do we make sure that this doesn't happen? Guys, for accurate research, always use multiple top sellers that are as close as possible to your products, all right? Get the added confidence that it's relevant to products like yours. Because if 4 or 5 top sellers are all ranking for it, right, then the scenario that we just talked about would not happen. All right? AKA run a multi-ASIN search, all right? Here's the strategy for that. You're going to identify 4 of the top selling products with the following criteria. They're similar to your product in 1, form, function, and price. Now, why do you guys think it's important that we do this? Why don't I just go to a search like collagen peptides or vegan potato chips, and why don't I just rank it by the number of sales? Why do I have to worry about finding products that are the same in form, function, and price? I mean, aren't all of the guys on my main keyword going to be my competitors or my direct competitors? What do you guys think? And Jay says, can you explore more about don't rely on one top seller? This is exactly what we're talking about, Jay. Perfect for you. I want to make sure you guys understand this too. Yehuda says to know your search is relevant. Yes. Okay. All right. So yeah. So guys, if you compare something to a product that's not similar to yours, then there's no reason for you to be doing that because the customer for that product might be different than yours. I'm going to give you guys an example of that right now. Okay. Again, we want to do an apples to apples comparison. Now, so how do I do it? First step, I use X-ray to search for the top selling eye gels. All right. So my product is going to be an eye gel. All right. And I want to pinpoint the top competitors. So I'm looking for an eye gel. It's in a small like little cylindrical container, and it's going to be like $19, let's just say. All right, that's my eye gel. So now I searched here and I sorted it for the sales. You see how it's in descending order here? So I'm just going to look here. Here's an example of one. All right, I chose this one. Yeah, this is one of my 4 competitors I want to compare myself to. It's very similar to my product in look and feel. All right, this actually looks like the product that I was thinking of. I actually didn't put a picture here. I should have. And it's $24. It's an eye gel, right? So yes, check mark. This one right here, I definitely want to know what he is ranking for and what he might be getting his sales from. All right. Now, what's an example of one I didn't pick? Now, look at this one. This one is the number 2 product right here. All right. So they're making $300,000 a month. Holy crap. They're making $300,000 a month. But guess what? I don't care. I am not going to compare myself to this one. Why? Because this is a cream, not a gel. So it's possible that a customer searching for this, the avatar for that customer or the demographic could be slightly different than who my target market is. Plus, the price is like almost 50% higher than my product. All right, you guys, are we copacetic right now? You guys following me? All right. Yes, got a lot of yeses. All right, cool. Are people still awake, Brian?
Yep, I'm seeing a lot of replies coming in.
All right, excellent. All right, let's keep going here. Now, here's my final list. All right, I'm just fast forwarding. All right, these are the 4 products that I got all from that list. Do you guys see a theme here? Notice how similar they are in function, similar prices between $15 and $23. They're all eye gels. You know, the feel looks the same. All right. So now let's just do a quick review before we go further. Number 1, never underestimate the importance of studying your competition. Amazon's algorithm is about existing demand, trends, and performance. All right. So don't let somebody tell you that, oh, it doesn't matter what your competitors are doing. I mean, that's all Amazon is existing demand, and existing demand means that there's competitors who are doing similar things to you. You need to build on that. All right. Of course, there's going to be new trends. Like there's going to be the next fidget spinner. We're not talking about that. All right. If we're getting into a niche where there's existing demand, you need to know where your competitors are being successful at. All right. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. Now, if somebody says that scores or other random things, even if they're talking about helium-10, are more important than a competitor analysis, run for the hills. Captain Picard is doing a facepalm here. Now, all right, if you guys want to be cool with me, who knows who is Captain Picard? I got to make sure that there's more nerds in here. I was about to say this story here. All right, excellent. Everybody knows. Star Trek, The Next Generation. Very good. All right, let's keep going here. Now, identify, so here's 5 steps to keyword success. All right. Ooh, that has a nice ring to it. I need to get that trademark. 5 steps to keyword success. All right. Number 1, identify the top 10 to 15 keyword phrases that your top competitors are all getting sales for. Okay. How do we do that? First, you run compare ASINs in Cerebro. This is only available in Cerebro, that we've had this since, I want to say last September or so. All right. So here's my product. All right. This is the seed product. I didn't show it at the beginning. I should have. And here are my products I'm comparing it to. As you can see, Helium-10 gave me a list of 78,000 keywords. All right. So I'm looking whatever any keyword of these keywords are ranking for, what it might have sponsored ads for, or if it's a keyword recommended by Amazon. And you can see a total of 70,000 keywords here. Now we've got to narrow this down to get the most buyer relevant keywords that the competitors are getting sales from. All right. So number 2, filter. The way to do that is you filter out what all 4 products are ranking for on page 1 with the highest estimated search volume. Okay. So I just filtered out those ones. As you can see, what are the filters I use? I say, hey, what's searched for at least 400 times a month, where if you take the rank out of all those products, it's between 1 and 25. All right. And all 4 of them are ranking for us. So you can see here, like, look at this. Bags under eyes treatment. I mean, who would have thought that that's a great keyword? Search for about 1,000 times. And if you take the rank of those competitors, they're probably like 1256 or something. My math is not good. So whatever it is to get that 4.8 competitor rank average. So there you go. This is only available in Helium 10. I've been using this technique though for 2 years. All right. Now before it would take me 5 hours to do it the old way, and I would be using Excel and downloading different reports. But now with Helium 10, I can do this in 2 minutes. What would Manny say? How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. All right. Now, these are the words that not one, not two, not three, but all four of our top selling competitors are ranking for, and on page one, and high estimated search volume. Now, I'm going to put these keywords aside. All right. I'm going to put these keywords aside. These ones for sure I want in phrase form in my listing. All right. Let's get to step two. Step two. That was step one. I got some keywords already. Now, step two. Use other criteria to pinpoint other keyword phrases you want in phrase form in your listing. Again, it's important for the most important keyword phrases that you think are going to give you the best chance at making sales. You want to include those in phrase form, and it does make a difference. I have done a test on keyword launches where Amazon, again, this goes to where it is important to be relevant to Amazon, where if I had a keyword in phrase form, and especially in the title, there is a noted difference in how I can get to page one compared to if I just have the words at random places. So, but here's the thing. You can't put every single keyword phrase that you find in your research in phrase form in your listing. That's just like impossible. There's only so much space in your listing. So that's why we're going through this first steps to find the important keywords that you want to maybe make in phrase form in your listing. All right. So number two is we're going to find another way. The first step was to show where my competitors are ranking for, right? And where they might be getting their sales from. Now here's step two. Here's an example of this, all right? You find keywords that hit all three match types for all of the listings, all right? What match types do you have in Helium 10? You have got this A, which means Amazon recommended. You know, Amazon has a score that they give keywords compared to an ASIN, and they rank, they have a score, and we rank them compared to how high the score is. It's from 0 to 1,000, all right? The S, what does that mean? That means we have actually detected that one of these ASINs are actually showing for a sponsored ad for that, all right? And O, that's the organic. That's what we went over in the last one, where they're organically ranked. And look at these. Here is a list of keywords. Look how relevant these keywords are, all right? So here I did a search for all four of the products that are ranking for them organically, and they're all running sponsored ads to those keywords, and Amazon recommends all of them. Now, out of those, 17 keywords only fit that description. As you can see, these are highly relevant, all right? Now, another way. Number two, isolate top Amazon recommended keywords. Now, another thing you might want to do is I see ones that have a high score for how Amazon recommends them. Now, for every ASIN, again, Amazon recommends keywords for you to use, especially in regards to PPC. They actually have a score for these keywords. We're ranking these scores. And here we see words that Amazon highly recommends, all right? Now, this is not some all-important thing that's a guarantee that it's going to make you thousands in sales. But the reason why we expose this to everybody is so that you guys can see this score is that many want visibility into what Amazon recommends for their competitors to get. More ideas, more sales, right? And so they figure, hey, if Amazon recommends this word for my competitors pretty highly, then maybe eventually they're going to recommend it for me as well. It could be important, all right? And you can see some of those words right here, and you can see how many of those competitors are all having Amazon recommend these keywords for them, okay? Next thing. Isolate keywords that multiple ASINs are running ads for, and we have detected those ads on page one. See, here's another way that came from customers requesting this. They requested this. They wanted visibility into keywords that are being run, that have sponsored ads being run by multiple of these top sellers, and that when we detected these ads, they were all on the first or second page of the results. All right? Robert has a quick question here. Are high numbers good or bad in that chart? Let's go back to that one really quick. We're going to get to a lot of these questions at the end as we have here. But here, it's not necessarily good or bad. Again, I want you guys to get out of the mentality of thinking that scores mean good or bad. What basically this means is this just is showing you where it ranks on Amazon. So if something has a rank of like 1, that means that Amazon probably gave it a score of 1,000. If something has a score of like 900, well, maybe Amazon gave it a score of like 50 or something. If it has a rank of, so basically the lower the rank number means that's the higher score that Amazon gave it. Okay. Let's keep going now. We talked about sponsored product results. All right. Let's go to the next one. Now, after this, now you have gotten all of the keywords that you wanted to get in phrase form in your listing. All right. Number 3. All right. This is important. Widen your search to gather 400 or more. You know, it could be 1,000, could be 400, could be 200, depending on the niche that you're in, keywords that are relevant to your competitors. All right. So how can we do that? You experiment with the filters in Cerebro to widen your search. Like here's a list of keywords I got that are 5,000. All right. What I did was I chose, search volume of over 400. That was just what I chose for here. And I have a whole bunch of keywords that come up. And here I excluded phrases that contained like brand names, right? I don't want to use brand names in my listing. All right. So that's the way you can play with these filters and find keywords that you don't need to put in phrase form, but you want to see what individual words are being used by your competitors. All right. Now, next, run your top keyword phrases in Magnet to get smart, complete results. Magnet is another tool in Helium 10. What is a smart complete? What's an example right here? Okay. Now, smart complete is a more advanced autocomplete. Now, back in the day, I would do all kinds of tests in autocomplete in the search bar in Amazon to get keyword ideas. How many here have done that? Have you guys done that before? Where you're thinking what keyword is important, so you like start typing it out, right? And then see what Amazon puts in the autocomplete. Who's done that before? Who's done that, Brian?
Scott, Lindy, Raphael, AJ.
Okay, I knew I wasn't the only one, but a lot of you guys are using that technique. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So, this one though in Magnet, this is a more advanced version of that. It sometimes gives you up to 1,000 autocomplete. That's why it's called Smart Complete, because it's not just like 5 or 6 words that Amazon gives you that have the seed keyword in them, not only in phrase form, but in different plural and singular forms, and also in different places. You have those phrases already in your listing, right? So here, you're going to get a few single words that you could add to your listing and index for the entire phrase. What do I mean? Let's say you obviously have eye bags treatment, right? Eye bags treatment in your listing, all right? So this was one of those important words that we found in steps 1, 2, or 3. Remember, this is your top keyword phrases, right? So this was one of your important keywords that you're going to have in phrase form. Well, now I'm like, oh, I have these words in my listing. Can I add other words to the listing? And that means I would index for the entire phrase, all right? Like, for example, under eye bags treatment. So all I would have to do is get this word under, and now I will rank for this one, all right? And this one has some pretty decent search volume. Look at that, 12,000, all right? Puffy eyes, all right? What words, look how many words came up for puffy eyes. 794 smart complete words for puffy eyes, all right? And so look, eye puffiness, it gives you different tenses of the word. That's really powerful that I don't know of anybody else able to duplicate at this time. All right, what else do we have here? Number 5, get top keywords from frequently bought together items. All right, Brian, you have no idea that I was going to ask you this, but you buy things from Amazon, I assume, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right, have you ever gone on a product and you're on the page and you're just reading around the description and then you see something that says the frequently bought together and you're like, oh man, I actually need that too. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, and I actually buy the stuff.
Yeah, you actually even buy it too. Yes, I'm the same way. All right, guys. So it's important. This is something that a lot of people disregard, but I forgot. Kevin King had some figure. I forgot what he said. It was something like 20% or 30% of sales sometimes even come from the frequently bought together. That's an astronomical figure of that. All right. So how would you get frequently bought together? Well, the easiest way that you might think is, hey, I'm just going to go to Amazon to my top competitors, and I'm going to look visually what is frequently bought together. But guys, this changes actually every day sometimes. Monday, you might see one competitor has an item that's frequently bought together. Tuesday might be a different one. So here's what you can do. Find items detected as frequently bought together with your top competitors using Black Box from Helium 10. Right here, I'm going to the product targeting tab, all right? And I'm putting in different ASINs, and I'm saying, hey, show me the frequently bought together. And this is coming out. Now, I did the one for the, what was it? Eye gel, right? And look what came up. Activated charcoal mud mask. Again, guys, many sales come from frequently bought together. If you want to be able to show up in ads for PPC, for the keywords of these other items, and in the search results, you need to index for some of these keywords as well. Like, this is not your product. Your product is not a mud mask. But if you want to be able to come up in ads, maybe, for this, because hey, if people are buying eye gel with mud mask, this is the kind of thing that maybe you want to come up for in an ad, because somebody who's searching for a mud mask, they see your eye gel. Well, guess what? There's a history of buyers who are buying those two things together. But you're not going to automatically come up in a ad for mud mask or for this product, sometimes without those keywords in your listing as well. Min says 40% of sales come from product display ads. That's crazy if you think about that, guys. 40%. All right. Rachel has a quick question here. Steps 2 or 3 are done in Cerebro and Magnet. Yes, the steps 2 was all done in Cerebro, and it was step 4 was in Magnet. Interrupt me anytime, Brian. You see like a really good question. The questions are literally going like 10 questions per 10 seconds because we have so many hundred, like over 1,000 or 1,000 people in here. Oh my God. And so like, I can't read all the questions, but if you see something good that, I can get to before then, we'll get to it real quick. All right. Where was I? I told you guys I get sidetracked. All right. This is what you do. So you get those frequently bought together. Like, do you remember that mud mask I saw? Now I go back to Cerebro and I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to see what maybe just the 5 or 10 converting keywords. Like, what are they on page 1 for, as you can see here on the right, and have, nice high search volume. All right. So what are they in the top half of page 1? So I'm going to find a way, maybe I can put these words in my listing. All right. Let's keep going. Now, creating your listing. So now you just did all of this 5 steps to keyword success. You grabbed all your important phrases that you want to put in phrase form. Okay. You got all of the other phrases that you don't care if it's in phrase form, but you want to make sure that you get indexed for them. You went through and you got your frequently bought together products and the keywords that come from those. All of these steps that you just went through. You got your Smart Complete. Guys, I don't know if you know how powerful some of those are. I've never given all of these in one webinar like this before, or one workshop. All right. So now it's time to create your listing. All right. Step 1. I first put all of the words, the phrases that I had done in step 1 and step 2 here. Now, these are the ones that I want to make sure I have in phrase form, and I might even want to duplicate them, all right? So this is scribbles in Helium 10. Now, these are all of those keywords, and there's probably more down here, that I had gotten in steps 1, 2, and 3. Remember under eye bags treatment? All right, dark circles, eye gel. All right, these are the ones I got to make sure are in phrase form. All right, next step. Now, the rest of the keywords, you filter out the duplicates using Frankenstein and then paste it in scribbles. I'm not going to go into detail on how to use Frankenstein. A lot of this stuff I'm paraphrasing, guys. Remember, for in-depth how to use these tools, you can click on Learn in Helium 10 to see detailed videos. But what I did was I went into Frankenstein. I pasted maybe 2,000 different keyword phrases, and I got all of the unique individual words. And look, it all came out down here. So here are those keyword phrases I want to make sure I have in the phrase form, and here are all the individual words I want to do it. So like, it could be 20,000 keywords, phrases that I put in Frankenstein. Within a second, it's going to spit out all of those individual words that make up those 20,000 words. I paste them all here. All right, next step. Scribbles is ready to go. As you can see, it divided them into phrases. All right, this one's 25. Maybe you choose 10 phrases. Maybe you choose 30 phrases if you can find a way to fit them in. And individual words. 736 individual words is what I had targeted for this project. All right. So now, step 2. Write the listing. All right. Before I write the listing, let's take a step back. I like to get this is a little bit a sidetrack from keyword research. I like to get some emotional connection points I could use in my first bullet point. All right. So what I use is I use Helium 10 Review Downloader. That's in our Chrome extension, which instantly shows the most common phrases repeated over and over again in the reviews. So I just did one of the top competitors here, Bay Body Eye Gel. All right. Remember, that was the top selling one. They're selling like 20,000 units. And then I see here, my dark circles. I'm like, what the heck? What are people talking about dark circles? All right. So all of a sudden I just click on this, right? What this does, what Review Downloader does, it takes all the 3, 4, 5 word phrases that appear the most in my competitors' reviews, and it's showing me what buyers are talking about, positive or negative. So now look at all these 1-star reviews that this one has. Hey, it made my dark circles look darker and made my eyes puffier. This person said, I tried to get this to get rid of my dark circles, but it did not help my dark circles. This person says, it makes my dark circles and puff even more obvious. All right. So this is obviously a complaint that people have about this. This is something that's important on the mind to your potential avatar or your potential demographic. All right. So now I'm going to write out, first of all, the emotional connection bullet points. So I usually try and put this maybe in the first bullet point or maybe the description, because remember, on the desktop, who knows? Too much talking here. Who knows what is the first text other than the title that people see if you're on a desktop on Amazon? What is the first kind of text other than the title that people see? Let me know what people are saying, Brian. On a desktop.
I'm seeing Jack says description. Yvonne says bullets, some bullet points.
Yes, everybody's saying, yeah, bullet points. All right. Bullet points is the correct answer. Exactly. So on a desktop, people see the first bullet point first, other than the images, of course. All right. So there is where you want to make your emotional connection. Okay. How about this? What shows up first on Amazon mobile app? Bullet points, description, what? Description. Yes, correct. Exactly. A lot of people know this. All right. You guys are pros here. Excellent. So guys, make sure in the first sentences, because that might be all that the buyer reads. They might only read the first bullet point. They might only read the description. And the reason why I'm including this in here, even though this is a keyword research workshop, is because so many people miss this. They get so focused on their search term keywords that they forget that they need to make an emotional connection with the buyer. All right. If a buyer is on Amazon and he doesn't know your brand from Adam, okay, the only thing that's going to get him to stay, other than, the price, and you've got to have great images, but even in the images, you've got to make the emotional connection as well, is you've got to really appeal to their needs, their wants, their fears. In this case, it's a fear. Remember we read in let me go back to that one. Remember we read in the reviews, everybody's worried about how this top selling product doesn't even help them, their dark eyes, or no, not dark eyes, what is dark circles, Brian? What does that mean? I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I guess I must not have that problem. Nobody's told me I have dark circles under my eyes, but maybe you guys know what that means. But anyways, it's on the people's minds, all right? And so I'm going to write something here. This is not necessarily something that I put much thought into. I'm like, hey, are your dark circles getting worse? Are you tired of your current eye gel making your circles darker and your eyes puffier? You have come to the right place. But even just doing this is just purely an emotional connection right here. Look at what was happening. I started already using the words that I had targeted. Look, I used once. Dark, I used twice. Circles, I used once. Gel, once. What about phrases? I even got a phrase in there. Eye gel, I used once right here. Eye gel, right? Okay. So that's the first step. All right. Number 3, write the rest of the listing. All right. So just as you can see, one thing, guys, for the title, this is so important. Try to get as many phrases. If you can get 2 or 3 phrases in your title in phrase form and do it in a sneaky way, that's going to help you. Like, for example, right here, you might see only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only like 8 words here, right? Look how many phrases I have in here that were my main phrases. Eye gel. I had the eye gel here. Eye gel for dark circles. That's another keyword phrase here. So right in one phrase, I'm getting what I call like ranking juice, right? For Amazon for 2 different phrases. What about under eye bags treatment? All right. That's another phrase in here. Also, eye bags treatment. That's another phrase here. So just in this small sentence, I got like 5 different keyword phrases, and more importantly, in phrase form. All right. That is so important. All right. Now I'm going to make use, I'm not going to go through the whole entire listing here. That would be a whole nother webinar. But basically, I'm going to keep going and writing all my listing right here until I'm used up all my phrases in phrase form. Maybe some of the more important I'm going to use twice. Like, look, I already used eye cream twice, somewhere here. And I want to make sure all of my individual words, 736 words that came from my 15,000 keyword phrases. Guess what? Just by using these 736 words, I am going to be able to rank for 15,000 keywords, or whatever. I'm just throwing out numbers, whatever number of words, keyword phrases that I had done in my keyword research, right? It doesn't take that many keywords to index for a lot of different phrases because a lot of those phrases use the same words in it. And I only need to have them, theoretically speaking, once in my listing in order to index. All right. All right. So there you have it. That's how you do your keyword research. That's how you make your listing. You guys with me so far? Is this exciting? You guys, is this cool? Is this something that you guys can do now, tomorrow in your own listing? Awesome. All right, guys. Again, I know I went through this very fast. We're not done yet. I'm still going to give you guys some more value. But don't worry. You guys will be able to download these slides and see this webinar. I want you guys to take notes on this. And I want you guys using these techniques right away. Okay? Let's keep going. And by the way, guys, even if you already have your listing, everything that I just went over, I want you guys to go back to your existing listing. You can do the same thing, and maybe you're going to discover that you don't have all of the best keywords in your listing, and you need to add some. This is not just for brand new sellers who are making their first listing, all right? This is for anybody, even if you have your listing, all right? Lindy says, the scribbles save the content. Yes, it does. It's saved there, so you can always go back to it, all right? And it's actually saved under your ASIN. Any other good questions real quick as I try and catch my breath here, Brian?
Let me see. Yeah, I see a question. How do you put phrases in search terms?
Okay, how do you put phrases right there in the search terms? Okay, so the search terms, actually, you can't see on my screenshot here, but the search terms are like the back-end search terms. I believe that's what you're talking about. But yes, you can put phrases there, but you're probably saying, do I need to put it in a comma with commas or a dash or something? No, you just put it right in there as is, just a space between each word, and you don't have to separate it by comma because Amazon recognizes it as in phrase form, even if it's in the middle of other words. All right, so that was a great question, whoever said that. Let's keep going now. Next step. Do you want to sell internationally? How many Amazon marketplaces are there? How many people know how many Amazon marketplaces there are? Actually, I don't know. I know. Start naming them, guys. Who can name the most Amazon marketplaces? There's USA. All right, you name one now, Brian. What country is Amazon in that you know of? Just name one.
In the UK.
UK. All right. I'm going to do one now. Japan. What else do you see people saying here right now? Any other countries?
I see Spain, Brazil, Mexico, Germany, Canada.
Who knows the two newest ones? I didn't hear those mentioned. The two newest ones, I believe, are Turkey and Brazil. All right. So yeah, let's say you want to sell internationally. All right, guys, do not assume you can copy and paste your listing to other marketplaces. X marks the spot. Don't be that guy or gal who has a great American or USA listing. I said American. Amazon USA listing. And then you think that you're going to copy that to Canada and UK. All right. Oh, yeah. Canada and UK are English speaking. I'm just going to copy it there. And I'm going to translate to Spanish. And that I'm going to do a direct translation with a professional translator. And I'm going to put it in Amazon Spain. No. American English versus British English. I should have got Sean to test these. I just found these in Google, so I'm not even sure these are correct. So Sean, if you're watching this, you can let me know if I'm totally stereotyping the Brits. All right. So British English: chemist, nappy, and tap. Who knows what these things are in American English? Chemist, nappy, and tap. Wow, look at these. Wow, a lot of people got. Wow. Okay, I didn't know any of these. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Here we go. What is that? Drugstore for chemist. All right. Nappy. What's nappy? Diaper. Tap. Faucet. All right. So guys, I mean, let's say you were selling a diaper in America, in USA. Would you have put nappy in your listing? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. I wouldn't have. All right. But then I just copy my listing from Amazon USA and I put it to Amazon UK. The most important keyword I'm not even going to have in my listing because all I did was copy it. Do you guys see the danger here? You guys understand what I'm trying to say? Let me know. All right. Yvonne says yes. All right, guys. This is very dangerous. All right, here we go. The most searched for words related to collagen peptides in Amazon USA, number one is collagen. Now this is, the most searched for. This is sorted by estimated search volume. All right. Collagen powder, collagen peptides, bone broth, and collagen pills are the top 5 searched words that are related to collagen peptides. What about Canada? Yeah, I mean, Canada's our next door neighbor. You'd think it'd be the same, right? Number one word. What do you guys think? What kind of different ones? Look at this. MCT oil is the number one. So MCT oil is something that I believe that keto, like anybody on the keto diet here in the room today? Anybody doing keto and you put MCT oil in your, I think you use that in your bulletproof coffee, right? Amber, what do you use that for? Amber said yes. Amber, tell me what do you use MCT oil for? Let's see. Let me know because I'm trying to be an expert on collagen peptides since I always use it. Okay, it is in the coffee. It isn't. Okay, John says it's in the coffee. All right. And Niv says it's good for your brain. Cool. All right. And look, number 2 is keto. Collagen powder is 4. So yeah, you see some of them. Bone broth. I don't even see collagen peptides. It's not even in the top 5 keywords in Canada for that. All right. What about UK? That's also English-speaking country, right? Look at this. The number 1 keyword is protein powder. Protein powder. I'm going to take off my, I don't know why I just realized, Brian, I've been having headphones on this whole time for literally no reason at all. Like now I can't even hear myself. I can't even hear myself in these headphones. Why do you have me here looking like a fool? Oh my goodness, Brian. All right. Protein powder, collagen, skincare. All right. That actually makes sense because collagen peptides is for skincare, but that's the number 3 keyword. And it's not even top 5 in USA or Canada. All right. And there's bone broth. All right. It looks like bone broth is kind of important no matter where you go. All right. What about Spain? España. I can't do the Spanish accent good. All right. The number 1 keyword, colágeno. That's collagen. Magnesio. That's magnesium. All right. Was that anywhere in USA, Canada, or UK? No, it wasn't even on the roadmap. It's actually not even in the top 500 keywords in Amazon, USA, Canada, or UK. Look at number 3, colágeno con magnesio. The next one, ácido hialurónico y colágeno. That's hyaluronic. I can't even say it. I can say it in Spanish, but I can't even say that word in English. All right. And the next one is, I don't know what the heck that is, para farmacia, or like for pharmacies, I guess, whatever. All right. Completely different in Spain. So if you would have taken your UK listing, you did all of the best keyword research using these 5 steps that we just went over. You have a killer listing in US or in the UK. You could totally be doing an epic fail if you just try and direct translate your listing, even using a professional translator. All right. So what do you have to do? All right. You need to do your research, in all of those other marketplaces. Everything that we just went over for those 5 steps for the Amazon USA listing, you've got to go through and do it all again for Canada, which again, you can use Helium 10 for that. Use Cerebro, use Magnet, use Frankenstein, use Scribbles, use Blackbox for the frequently bought together. Every single step that we just need to do, you've got to start from scratch and do that in these other marketplaces to make sure that you're choosing relevant keywords to the buyers in that marketplace. All right, let's keep going. How much, guys, are you going to make from these free tips on keyword research? You guys getting your money's worth so far? You haven't paid a cent, all right? All right, remember, one more hack for finding keywords coming up soon. That's going to come up in about 10 minutes. We're coming to the conclusion of this. We have some more cool tactics coming up, but before we get to that, let's invite you to join us, all right? So now I had said we're going to give you guys an offer that we've never done before, all right? So for those of you who aren't Helium 10 members, now you've been watching this webinar for a while. You've seen how powerful some of these strategies are, right? Okay, now today we've used 5 Helium 10 tools today, all right? We've used Cerebro, we've used Frankenstein, we've used X-Ray, we've used Scribbles, Magnet. Actually, I think we used Blackbox too, so technically we've used 6 different tools. Now, these 5 tools or 6 tools by themselves are well worth the $97 a month that Helium 10 costs, all right? Well worth it, just those 6. But what else does Helium 10 offer? For those of you who are brand new to Helium 10, let's just do a quick 2-minute overview of the different tools, all right? We've got X-Ray, which is the Amazon Product Validator. You're able to validate potential product opportunities that you're considering sourcing by using highly accurate data. Here's an example for that iGel search, right? You can see everything from the number of sales to how many reviews they have. You have history on how many reviews they're getting day by day, how many images they have on their listing. All of this available with X-Ray, the Chrome extension. We've got ASIN Grabber, also part of our Chrome extension, okay, where you can take the top 100 ASINs on a list, on a keyword search results, and you're able to plug those into perhaps a product targeting campaign without having to copy and paste ASINs one by one. We've got the profitability calculator. It allows you to quickly calculate what really matters in your business. Profit margin. Also ROI. The Amazon FBA calculator doesn't tell you what your ROI is. And it takes into consideration account product dimensions and weight, unit manufacturing, and freight costs. This is a screenshot from that eye gel product that we were talking about, Forest Heal eye gel. It brings all those dimensions in. You can see your estimated profit margins. You can even see your ROI right there, which is so important. Review downloader. That's one thing that we use today. Actually, I said we use 5. We use 7 different tools today. That's pretty cool. All right. With Review Downloader, you're quickly able to sort and export reviews to spot issues with existing products so you can improve on those issues and sell more than your competitors. Here's an example of Review Downloader going on this eye gel for wrinkles, and they were talking about dark circles there. Black Box is Amazon product research, the premier tool out there. You can sort and filter from 450 million products to find the one that best meets your needs as a seller using all of these different filters that we have available to you. We've got a Trendster. You can enter up to 4 different ASINs to check their BSR, price trends, and compare it to like Google Trends, all right? We've got Magnet. This is Amazon keyword research. You enter in a seed keyword, and Magnet's going to pull in all the most relevant keywords, including exact phrase, estimated exact phrase search volume data, required giveaway units to rank to page 1, and much more. All right. Here's an example of this. Here we have the exact phrase estimated search volume, and we have number of competing products. We've got the Smart Complete, all of those things that we went over today. Cerebro is a reverse ASIN lookup tool, and it allows you to uncover competitor keywords for both organic and paid search and see how much estimated search volume there are for these keywords amongst other metrics as well. Here is a Cerebro screenshot right here. We showed you guys a few screenshots before. Frankenstein, this is our keyword processor. All right, guys, this is all in one tool. Everything you need is in Helium 10 right here, guys. You can process lists of thousands of keywords in seconds to create powerful keyword lists before creating your listing. Here you can see I took 701 characters, 120 words, and I just said, hey, remove the duplicates, convert to lowercase, and here it showed me, hey, there's actually only 49 unique keywords here. A cool use case of this is if any of you guys have any college age or high school students, I've heard of some using this just to like count their essay words. Little weird things, little side note that you can use Frankenstein for. Scribbles, we went over this, guys, Amazon listing optimizing tool. All right. Here is a screenshot from that. We just saw that a little bit more. Index Checker we didn't go over. You can run your keywords through Index Checker to make sure Amazon is indexing you for each of these keywords. Okay. Here's a screenshot here. You can see that I was searching for this product right here, and brightening toner. It is not indexed. None of these are indexed for. So here's a whole bunch of words that product was not indexed for. Okay, you're going to find that available in Index Checker. Keyword Tracker. You're able to track all of your keywords and know instantly where you stand amongst your competition. Here I'm tracking face moisturizer. I know I'm probably not getting any sales with this is my product because I'm here on page probably like 5. Position 100. My best was at position 190. So if you're doing something, you want to see how you're getting to page 1, you need to track your keywords. Alerts. This is hijacker and product monitoring. This prevents fraud and other unintended listing changes by monitoring these so that you can. It doesn't prevent fraud, that it keeps people from doing it, but it notifies you when these frauds happen so you can prevent long-term fraud of happening on your ASINs, right? If a change is detected, an email or text message is sent to alert the seller of the change. You can see that here, how somebody changed. Imagine if this was your listing, right? And now they change to this image here. Your sales would go to 0, all right? And we actually go out and take screenshots every day of your listing in desktop and in mobile. No, but who's doing that? We're taking screenshots of your listing. How cool is that? All right, Inventory Protector. This helps avoid coupon abuse, right, by helping you set your max order quantity from within our app. There's a little screenshot of how that works. We've got Refund Genie. You can claim refunds that Amazon might still owe you for. Guys, I just did a post a couple days ago in the Helium 10 users group of how people are using this, and we have people there saying that they've gotten $5,000 by using this tool. I mean, imagine that. Imagine if Amazon owes you $5,000. You would never get that money unless you submit these reports, and we're not taking any of that money. you keep 100% of the money that Refund Genie finds for you. Like here's just a screenshot from one of these accounts where they can run some reports and they might get up to $1,000 from Amazon just by running these reports. That right there pays for your Helium 10 membership. And lastly, we've got Profits, which is Amazon Financial Analytics. It helps you track what's most important in your business, which is profits, what your revenue is, your ROI, what kind of sales trends you have. Guys, Helium 10 has everything you need to run your Amazon business. Now, if you think that we need to add something else, like if there's a tool that we don't have, guys, please let us know by emailing support@helium10.com. Our developers are moving fast and bringing nonstop innovation to Helium 10. Now, what have we learned so far? Well, we went over fake news in keyword research and how to look out for it. We went over the most comprehensive strategy for keyword research in 2019. All right. Where to put your keywords in your listing. All right. How to do keyword research in international marketplaces. Don't forget, the bonus hack is coming soon. All right. Bonus hack is coming soon. Here's a similar thing of what I used to pay. All right. Usually you have to purchase different software tools to accomplish every function of your business. You know, a Chrome extension, might cost you $20. A financial analytics tool, those cost $100 or $200. I was paying over $250 for all these tools back before I started using Helium 10, before I started working here, of course. All right. Now you're going to pay much less with Helium 10. That's why we've created something super special for you, for Helium 10, our all-in-one Amazon software suite of tools, all of these tools together. All right. Now, what is the normal price for it? Okay. It is very affordable compared to that $250. This is the most reliable, most accurate, best value tools for sellers. All right. Trying to grow and scale their business on Amazon. It's $97 a month. All right. The Helium 10 Platinum plan is only $97 per month for all of those tools that we just went over that I just mentioned. All right. You can join now, helium10.com/keywords. All right. Now, let's put this into perspective. That's only $3.23 a day to supercharge your Amazon business. It's a no-brainer. What do you pay for $3.23 a day? A slice of pizza, coffee from Starbucks, a bag of chips. All right. Only $3 a day for all of these tools. I mean, I need to cut these things out. I'm trying to go on one of those keto diets too. I think I'm going to go on that keto diet with some collagen and some MCT oil because, so I would just cut out my slice of pizza and there I afford Helium 10 right there. All right. Now sign up today, guys. Look at this. And you pay only $24. We have never, ever given this kind of discount before. For your first month, you're only going to pay $24. You're getting 75% off your first month. All right, guys? I did not stutter. You guys who have been watching my AMAs, we have 57 episodes that we've done. I have never, ever given a discount like this, right? 75% off, okay? Use the code keywords75. Keywords75, all capitals and no spaces. You can join now, helium10.com/keywords. All right. This is for your first month here. Now, if you get the following special bonuses for free when you sign up today. So if you're a free member or you are not a member and you sign up today, you're going to get these bonuses as well. And anybody who's already members as well, you just have to request these bonuses and we'll get these to you also. Bonus number one, and especially these apply to you if you're not a member. Again, what we just said, 75% off your first month of Helium 10. You're going to use keywords 75. All right. Keywords 75. That was bonus number one. This is a screenshot of the dashboard. Once you sign on, there's this funny looking guy who is giving you a welcome email right there. I don't know what he's doing. All right. Bonus number two. All right. Free access to the next Helium 10 social event. All right. We had a great event a couple months ago in Irvine. There's our CTO Boyan, and there's all the people. I think that's Manny right there. You can kind of see him right there. We had 200 people over here. We had open bar. We were going crazy over here with networking. You're going to have free access. For everybody else, that's actually $300. All right. Bonus number three. All right. Money back guarantee. What does that mean? If at any time you're not 100% happy, just let us know. If in the first 30 days, all right, you decide, you know what, Amazon's not worth it for me, I'm going to sell on eBay. All right. Obviously, we don't want your money if Helium 10 is not going to work out for you. This is completely risk-free. All right. Try out the tools, guys. It's risk-free. anytime in the first 30 days, you can just ask for your money back. All right. Bonus 4. We're going to give you guys a 1-hour live virtual intensive on listing optimization. All right. This is just for you guys who sign up today. It's going to be with me, myself, yours truly, 1-hour live virtual intensive on a listing optimization. We're going to go in to listing optimization best practices. I'm going to do a live listing evaluation and Q&A. I will be shaving. This was taken when I went to China and I didn't shave. So don't worry. I don't look that scruffy anymore. All right. What else? Bonus number 5, Helium-10 Success Guide. And again, any of you guys who don't have this yet, who are already members, we can send this out to you as well. This is kind of what it looks like, how to leverage Helium-10 to sell more on Amazon. A great way. So kind of like a flow chart on how to use the tools to best crush it in your business. And a last bonus, bonus number 6, the ultimate guide to Amazon keyword research. It's going to be updated for 2019. We had one of these last year, and now it's going to be updated with the new information from these slides. Again, the ultimate guide to Amazon keyword research. Learn more about the guide that helps Amazon sellers rise to the top. The guys, all of these things are yours if you join today. Again, helium10.com/keyword. So let's just do a quick recap before we get to our bonus tip. All right. Again, let's go over what we went over. All right. The bonuses, keywords 75% off your first month of Helium-10 tool suite. Again, put in that code, keywords 75. Bonus number 2, access to the next Helium-10 social. 3, money back guarantee. Bonus 4, 1-hour session on listing optimization. Bonus 5, the Helium-10 success guide. And bonus 6, the ultimate guide to Amazon keyword research. All right. How can people, I see a couple questions. How can people get that Amazon guide? You know, a lot of our current users have access to the social, but Brian, how can they get those guides that maybe they don't have?
If you don't have the guide already, you can send in an email to support@helium10.com and then just put in the subject line that I need the guide.
Yeah, let them know that you're on today's keyword webinar, and then they'll go ahead and get that to you. Now, let's see some testimonials. This is Mike McClary. Who knows this guy? How many people out there have taken the ASM, Amazing Selling Machine, right? All right, look what he says. I've tried literally dozens of Amazon tools over the years, but I can count on one hand those that actually work, and I use each and every day, and I'd be lost without. Helium-10 is one of those tools and become an integral part of each of my Amazon businesses, whether it's tracking our keyword rankings or firing up Cerebro or using Index Checker. It's my go-to tool set to give my businesses the competitive edge we need. All right. Who knows this guy? Who's this guy? Brock Johnson. He was just on one of our AMAs. All right. This guy made 7 figures doing Eclipse classes like a couple years ago. This guy crushed it on Amazon. And he says, you know, Helium-10 has the largest database of products and keywords, making it my #1 favorite tool for product and keyword research. And they update and add new tools all the time. If you have a problem, suggest it and they'll add it in or fix it if possible. I highly suggest you check out these awesome tools. Helium-10 has paid for itself over 10,000 or over 10x. I have gotten over 16,000 back with Refund Genie. All right. That's even more than the people I had queried in our Facebook group. He's gotten $16,000 back thanks just to Refund Genie alone. All right. Ryan Rigney. He's an Amazon FBA Marketing Secrets community. From there, he's very well known in the space, right? He says one of the biggest mistakes new sellers make is when choosing a keyword research tool. Poor keyword research can absolutely destroy your chances at success on Amazon. Helium-10 is the best in class, so I recommend it to all of my students. So, guys, don't just take my word for it. These guys are not paid by Helium-10. They're not on our salary here. Those are people who have their own courses, who have their own Amazon businesses, and they tell you that Helium-10 is great. So get started today, guys. Helium10.com/keywords. Make sure you use that code keyword75. Who's going to do that? Give me some feedback. Those of you who are free members or who are not members, who is going to do that today? All right, Robert's going to do it. Who else? Who's going to do it? Or who's doing it right now? You guys should be doing it right now. I mean, if you can go to the other screen, do it right now because this code, I guarantee, is going to be good through the end of the webinar. All right, through the end of the webinar today, we're going for another about 15 minutes. We're going for another 15 minutes here. Those codes are going to be good through the end of the webinar, but this is not an evergreen code. You guys know we can't have a 75% off coupon out there forever because then everybody else would be trying to use that code. All right, so we're going to turn that off, but I guarantee it's going to be good through the end of the webinar. So make sure to use that code. All right, let's keep going now. As promised, the training continues. This hack gives you another way to find valuable keywords for your listing. Now, this is a really advanced level tactic I've gone over a couple times in an AMA. So most of you guys have never been on one of my AMAs, all right? This is one hack I have come up, and it's pretty high level, all right? So I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because I want to get to some of your questions, all right? Did you know that listings can be indexed and show up in organic search results for keywords that are not even in their listing? Now, Manny Coates was the first one I heard of this, who talked about this. This was a year ago in like March of 2018. He had talked about this, and he had posted about this in the Helium 10 users group. I had never heard of that before then. All right. So this happens if there's an auto campaign you're doing in PPC, right? In sponsored ads, auto campaign or broad campaign or phrase, any of those kind of campaigns where Amazon can actually decide to show your product for whatever keyword they want to. And if they're showing your product on the search results of a word that you do not have in your listing, and if you convert sales to that keyword, it's not known exactly how many sales, but to date, I have never seen one yet that has come up that did not come originally from converting for PPC. So what happens in that case is sometimes Amazon is going to go ahead and index you or make you searchable for that keyword that you don't even have in a listing. All right. So how would you use this? All right. Well, with Helium 10, you can find out if your competitors have converted via PPC for keywords that are not in their listing. Here's how. All right. So you're doing this for your competitors. Step one, you find all of the keywords that we have detected that the ASIN has shown up for in PPC using Cerebro. All right. I do match type sponsored, and I put the ASIN here. And let's say I'm just going to put search volume of 100 or more. 187 keywords came up here. So for this competitor, what we have detected them for showing up in sponsored results for search volume of over 100. That's just what I put. You can put whatever you want here. 500, you can put 10, you can put nothing in here. All right. So then next step. Step two, copy these keywords into Index Checker and look for anything that fails the storefront and traditional index check, yet passes the field ASIN check, all right? That might be complete gibberish to you guys. Don't worry. It's very clear how to do this once you're within the app, all right? You can't see the column heading here. I apologize. I chopped it off. But this here is the traditional index check. This is the field ASIN check. And this is the storefront check. All of these are not indexed. What does that mean? That means that we detected that product, had shown up for a sponsored ad, but they probably didn't convert for it, and they don't have the word in the listing. But look at this. Rose Petal Toner, Pure Witch Hazel, they do not have, when it says no here and no here, that means they do not have this word in their listing. It's not there, but they are indexed for it. You do a search for Rose Petal Toner, and this product comes up. Well, if you see that the field ASIN check is yes, guys, that means that they got on that other index, and they have at some time or another converted so that Amazon says, hey, you guys are relevant. Here, there goes Amazon relevancy again. It is important in some cases. Amazon says you are relevant to this, so we're going to index you. All right. So how is this helpful? That's the question. You guys are like, oh, yeah, that's just great, Bradley. But how in the world do I use this? All right. Guys, you normally have no insight, all right? Yvonne says, by the way, how long until we can use that coupon? You can use that coupon right now, right, Brian?
Yeah, it's live right now.
It's live right now, guys. If you have any trouble, let us know before we get off this webinar so we can get it fixed, but it's live right now. Use it right now because, again, I guarantee it's going to be good through the end of the webinar today. All right, again, back to what I was talking about. How is this helpful? Well, guys, you don't normally have insight into what your competitor converts for in PPC. Right? But with this method, you can actually see what they have converted for words that are not even in their listing. Now, these could be words that you could possibly convert for if your product is super similar to that one. All right. Now, if you want to run a manual campaign, you can't just say, hey, my competitor converted for this. So even though I don't have these words in my listing, I'm going to convert for it just like my competitor did. No, Amazon is not going to let you show in impressions for words that you don't even have in your listing or that you're not indexed for. So you would have to wait for Amazon to show you for them in an auto campaign. But guess what? So how do you use this? Well, you take this list of keywords. Where is that one? Rose Petal Toner, Pure Witch Hazel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that these listings are in, or these keywords are in my listing. And then guess what? Now I can run a manual search or a manual match, a manual match, exact phrase match with these keywords that I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't have them in my listing. And that's not to guarantee you're going to get impressions. It's not to guarantee you're going to get a sale. But remember, everything on Amazon is about giving yourself the best opportunity to get to your goal. Talking about the keywords, having the best keywords is going to help you to be in the best position to get those sales. Having these keywords is going to get you in the best position to possibly get a PPC sale, because you're not just blindly choosing keywords. You're choosing keywords that you know for a fact that your competitor at one time or another has converted for in PPC. So again, guys, that is the bonus hack of the day. So now let's get to some Q&A. Right now, Brian is gonna give me some questions that we might have gotten, that he's written down. Over the time, we've gotten over 600 questions, so obviously we can't get to all of them, but we're gonna get to as many as possible. Right now, though, in another screen, I want you guys, again, before the webinar closes, to go to helium10.com/keywords. And anybody who has gone ahead and done it, and you did purchase your Helium 10 membership and you use the code, let Brian know. Send Brian a message in the questions to say me, and so we'll give you a shout out. So who's done that so far? How many people have gone ahead and done that? I saw a lot of people said they were going to. Who's done it so far, Brian?
Raphael said I did it. I just upgraded from Bruce. Lana says me. Celine says got it. Thank you. Everett says yes. David says I'm an elite member. Lena says doing it now.
All right. Awesome, guys. All right. I see a question here. Whoops. I just lost all of my questions. I just lost the question I was about to do. So, Brian, do you have any questions I can go over right now?
Yeah. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they're already members and the coupon is not working. Mm-hmm. So the coupon code is only for new members. But if you still want to get the bonuses, just send in an email to support@helium10.com. that you want to get the bonuses, and you are on this webinar, and they'll send you the bonuses.
Perfect. All right. What other questions do we have?
I'm seeing a lot of questions saying, when will I get the bonuses? The bonuses are going to be sent out within the next couple of days. So just be on the lookout for an email from us, and then we'll be sending you an email to claim your bonuses.
Okay. I got a question here from Oliver. Do all of the words index in bullet point and description? No, it doesn't always work. Like, for example, the last I checked, only the first 1,000 characters in your bullet points index. And then if you go over 1,000 characters overall, anything surpassing 1,000 does not index. Sometimes you'll have something in your bullet points or in your description, and if Amazon doesn't think you're relevant, again, like I said, relevance to Amazon is important in some situations, and indexing is an important one. If, let's say, guys, you have a Kleenex product, right? And for whatever reason, I have a phone case word in my listing deck. Maybe I say, hey, this Kleenex is great to clean your phone case. Well, guess what? The chances are Amazon, despite you having it in your listing, is not going to index you for a phone case, because they're like, what in the world? The phone case has nothing to do with a Kleenex, whatever category I'm in. So we're not going to index you for that. So situations like that could come up. Another question from Tyler. Do all of these tools come included with Helium 10? Yes. Everything that we went over today comes with the Platinum membership that you guys are getting that 75% off on. You have any Amazon questions for me, Brian, that you marked that you think we should answer?
Yeah, I got a couple on here. So one's related to Helium 10. Would Helium 10 tools do research for each different market?
Yes, that's a great question. Who gave that question? Do you have the name?
From Niv.
Niv, that's an awesome question, all right? So everything that we went over today is going to work also if you're selling in Amazon Europe, all right? So Cerebro, you're going to be able to do that for the 5 marketplaces in Europe, which is Germany, Spain, UK, Italy, and France, all right? So everything that we went over, Frankenstein, Scribbles, Cerebro, Magnet, Black Box, you are going to be able to use for the international marketplaces as well. Let me keep going through the questions here. I'm trying to go back, but there's like so many questions here. Michael says, didn't talk too much about adding these to a subject matter, all right? So again, subject matter is not in all categories, but to me, I like putting my most important phrases in the subject matter, even if I already have it in the title and somewhere else, because since subject matter is so important to Amazon, right? I'm going to repeat some of my most important phrases in subject matter. That's just my strategy. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that that's the only way to do it, but that's just my strategy. Interrupt me anytime, Brian, if you see other questions too. I'm going to keep going here.
I'm seeing this question come up a lot, but how would you say is the learning curve to learning Helium 10?
The learning curve, guys, I know a lot of this, since I went so fast, you might be overwhelmed. And I get it, guys. A lot of you are brand new to Amazon. You're looking for your first product, but the learning curve is not that hard. You know why? Every single tool we have at least 5, 6, 7, or 8 in-depth tutorials via video. We're also having text coming soon so that you can really learn how to use the tool. And, we have videos that talk about what each column means and how to best use it and examples of how to use it. So, if you just sit down in each tool, you can literally become an expert in it almost after like 40 minutes, just because we have like these 8 5-minute videos that you can look at in order to learn the best use of the tool. We have our Facebook group. How do people find us on Facebook, Brian?
You can just go to helium10.com/Facebook, and then you can find us on there. Or if you go to facebook.com/helium10software.
Exactly. So guys, go there and you'll see us. I'm there all the time. All right. You tag me if you have a question. Like if you have a Helium 10, like I don't know how to use this, let me know. It might be faster to get to customer support, but if I'm on Facebook at the time and I see the message, I'll get to you as well. Let me see. Here's a question from Esteban. It says, do you add keywords that have the higher volume relevant to your product or the ones your competitors are getting organic sales from? You could say that this is a high volume keyword and relevant to my product, but my competitors are ranking, and then like the rest of it got cut off. We probably put too many comments, but I think I got what you're asking, Esteban. So for me, yeah, I sort the relevant keywords based on estimated search volume, because for me, search volume is an indicator just for prioritization. All right. It doesn't mean, again, as we went over, you could have a keyword that has a lot less search volume be more relevant than one that has a larger search volume. So my first thing is, instead of searching for search volume, I search for relevancy to the buyer. And then from there, when I get the ones I know are the most relevant, at that point is when I go ahead and sort it by search volume estimates, so that I can have my list of priority, what I'm going to put in my listing in phrase form, as opposed to what I'm going to put in the listing, just, the individual words, just so I can index it. So that was a great question, Esteban. Thank you. All right. Min says, we used Amazon automatic translation for Mexico, and it is horrible. Yeah. If you use an automatic translation, or even if you use a professional, if you're just trying to use a direct translation, guys, it is not a good way to set up keywords for your listing in the other marketplaces.
I got a question here from John. Why is subject matter and search terms more important than bullet points and description?
Ask Jeff. As in Jeff Bezos. I have no idea. To me, that doesn't make sense either. But this hasn't always been the case. I think this started first getting tested. I started reading about this last year. And then people have been studying this a lot and done a lot of tests. And yes, it does matter. Even myself, I've done tests like the title is just kind of like a no-brainer, right? I tested doing ranking of keywords for if I had it in the title or if I didn't have it in the title, and based on different places, I had it in the listing, and there's a clear correlation that you can see. Why that's the case, I have no idea. That's Amazon. Like I said, Amazon sometimes does things that, we might not understand their reasoning. Like we don't understand why they're saying printer toner cartridge is 100% relevant, but it is what it is, right? So you've got to work with what you got. So they search terms and subject matter more important for indexing. Well, that's what we're going to focus on for those. All right. Let's see. More questions that we got here. We got Omar here. We got V. V says, are these keyword results from Magnet? Yeah, we did some keyword results in Magnet. Yes. Rafael says, my Spanish accent is perfect. I can speak kind of Spanish. I'm actually Filipino, but I can speak Spanish, but I don't speak Spanish normally with the Spain accent. I was just trying to do that. So thanks, Rafael. Gracias. That was a little exaggeration right there. All right. Gabby says, does it matter whether you use capital letters in search phrase or keywords? All right, that's a great question. Does it matter if you use capital? In my testing, no, it does not matter whether you're using all capital. Like if you're going to do that in a bullet point, sometimes in bullet points, people, just to make it stick out more, they'll make bold the first few words in a bullet point just to have it stand out. But as far as does that affect your relevancy to Amazon or anything else, I have never seen any correlation between that. No. John has a really great question.